Hi, Mom. After I'm born, you're going to spend a lot of time feeding me. And you're going to spend a lot of time worrying about it. There's lots of people who can help us. I know when we stick together, we can figure it out.
Well, as a healthcare professional and as a parent, you're making decisions on behalf of an individual who can't speak for themselves.
There's lots of choices for people when it comes to feeding their baby. Doesn't mean that all those choices are equal in terms of the health benefit that you get. And it also doesn't mean that all the choices will be the same for every child that you have.
So you look at the pros and the cons of whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever issue that is. And if it comes to breastfeeding, you're talking about the benefits of breastfeeding and you're talking about the risks of not breastfeeding.
According to the World Health Organization, formula feeding actually falls fourth on their list of top choices to feed a baby. First choice on their list, or number one on their list, is breastfeeding. And so that's putting baby to the breast of the mom. And that's because it provides the best nutrition and it also supports healthy growth and development. Number two on the World Health Organization list is express breast milk from the baby's mother. Number three is actually expressed milk from another mother. And number four on the list is formula feeding, which comes as a big surprise to people that formula is actually fourth on anyone's list.
I think the hardest part is that there's just so much information out there, like anything else, and knowing which information is correct and which information is myth.
When I think of informed decision making, I think of the fact that it's based on information. It's not based on an opinion.
It's important to be sure to get things from a trusty source. Facts are better than people's opinions.
We promote breastfeeding because we know it will provide your child with the best nutrition possible. It allows for the most optimal growth and development to occur.
I think the cost of formula actually comes as a shock to a lot of people. Costs about $200 a month, which for the baby's first year comes out to over $2,000. And at a time when you're maybe not working at full time as you normally would be, that has a big impact on your family budget.
I didn't get a lot of information the first time around about formula feeding. No one said there was any risks, and when you talk about which formula you're going to use, all the companies tell you that theirs is the best. No one tells you about the negative effects or the negative parts about making the decision to formula feed, but I did find those out later on.
It really comes down to asking questions, talking to people you trust, getting the facts, and setting yourself up with support.
I had a mom who breastfed, so I was really lucky. But I didn't have any friends who had babies. I didn't, I had a doctor who was pro breastfeeding, so that was great. But it was 14 years ago. The internet wasn't out there for information and for support, and I was 23 years old. Scared out of my mind.
Most of us know that there's health professionals who we can turn to ask questions, and that they've got the science and they've got the information to share. But there's also a lot of people in our lives who we can rely on and seek information from. Sometimes they can support the decision. Sometimes they have advice that kind of conflicts with what you know and what you know to be right for you. So I would just say trust your instincts. Know that even people that have your best intentions may not always have the right information. And if it doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't for you. So stick with your gut.
When you have a baby, people are always going to give their 2 cents worth. But, and expect that. But just make sure to stick to your guns and know what you want. And say thank you. I will take that. And in the end, do what you need to do and what's right for you and your family.
I'm glad you're taking the time to think about it now. I know you want me to grow up big and strong. Promise to hold me close. It lets me know that you love me. I believe in you, Mom. Thanks, Mom.